Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Tamlyn and this is Sewn on the Tyne, and I'm here today with my August makes and favourites video. So I'm going to talk through all of the things that I sewed in August and a few of my favourite things. What I'm wearing is one of the things that I did make in August, so I'll come to that in a few minutes. But the first two things that I made were the Cartagena Cami by Itch to Stitch. I did talk about this in my August plans video. I wanted a couple more vest tops that I could wear around the house that had easy access for nursing, and this is the perfect pattern. I've talked about it on my channel before, I've made a few of them, and I just needed a couple more so I could have them in rotation during the week. And I managed to get them sewn up. So I made one in a cotton jersey from Lamazi Fabrics. It's a Stuff of Denmark jersey, so it's really beautiful quality. It's 95% cotton, 5% elastane. It's got a really cool citrus print on it and I really like the colours. Also, it was a remnant piece, so I can't remember exactly how much I had, but I think it was around 65 centimetres or something, which is a perfect amount to get that vest top out, and I've actually got some left over that I could make some baby clothes with or something like that. The other version that I made was in a jersey fabric from Felicity Fabrics. Now this is actually a polyester jersey, so it doesn't feel quite as lovely as the cotton jersey version, but it's still really great quality. It's got great stretch, fits really well, and I'm really happy with this one as well. I used black fold over elastic for both of the vest tops and that matches really well. And this time I only lengthened the vest top by 5 centimetres. So if you've watched my previous videos where I've talked about making this pattern, I lengthened it originally by 15 centimetres to accommodate my bump when I was pregnant. I then shortened it by 5 centimetres, so I only added 10 centimetres length for the next couple that I made because the first one was a little bit too long. And then now I'm obviously not pregnant anymore, I don't need that excess length, so I've just kept it as 5 centimetres longer than the original pattern. So that's my first two makes. The next thing that I made in August is what I am wearing. So here we have, you might recognise this neckline if you've seen this pattern before. This is the Marigold Jumpsuit by Tilly and the Buttons. The fabric that I've used is a crepe fabric which came in a So Hailey Jane box last month? The month before. Came in July's So Hailey Jane box. Because I subscribe to the classic box, I get 2.5 metres of fabric, and that was ideal for this pattern. I made the size 7 based on my current measurement, so Tilly and the Buttons size 7. And that was great overall. The fit's really good other than the bodice, so I have had to make a couple of adjustments to the bodice to make it fit a little bit better. It is still a little bit roomy, but I'm in that kind of awkward place where I'm breastfeeding, so my bust size changes throughout the day, to be honest, depending on whether it's getting close to a feeding time or not. And it's a little bit awkward to fit things on the upper body at the moment. So what I had to do just to make it fit a bit better is I actually added in an extra dart, and I've done that just here, coming down into the original dart, and here obviously on the other side. The original dart is there, and I've just added in an extra dart there to take a little bit of the excess out of here. I then also adjusted the straps a little bit, so I actually took some of the strap and folded it in and then just hand stitched those to make the straps sit a little bit better. There is still a little bit of room at the back, but I prefer it that way. I don't want it to be super tight, and the actual bodice is supposed to be like a bit of a blousey effect, so it's not supposed to be fitted around sort of this area. A change that I did make to the original pattern was that I added in invisible zip onto both sides. So the original pattern has an invisible zip on one side, I added one on the other side as well, on a recommendation of somebody over on Instagram. I just can't remember who it was, but they suggested it, and it means that whichever side I'm nursing from, I can just undo that side and pull the strap down, and then I'm ready to breastfeed. To do that, I just followed the instructions in the pattern for how to put the invisible zip in and just replicated it on both sides. I did have to be quite aware that I had to miss out some steps, so if you're going to do the same thing, just go through the instructions carefully and check which ones you don't need to do and you need to replace with more invisible zip steps. I found attaching the face in a little bit tricky around the invisible zips. I don't think the instructions were hugely clear at that point. I think they could have been a bit more detailed and maybe photographed a little bit better, but I think I've done a good job in the end and I'm really happy with how it's come out. Working with the fabric was a little bit frustrating at times because it's a polyester. It's really difficult to press with the iron, so it's quite bouncy and it's difficult to get your seams looking really flat and neat, but overall I'm really happy. It's comfortable to wear and I think it looks really lovely and I think it's a successful make. So that's all I got made in August. Obviously sewing while having a new baby to look after is not so easy, so I did manage to get some sewing time in, but not as much as obviously I would like to. So in terms of what else I had planned to make in August, if you watch my August plans video, I'd planned to make the Helen's Closet Gilbert top. I have actually cut one of those out. It's all ready to sew and I'm going to start working on that tomorrow, but I didn't get that done. I also said that I wanted to make the True Bias Nova jumpsuit in the cat print jersey. I did work on that and it's almost finished. I only need to top stitch the straps and I need to attach the elastic into the cuffs at the bottom, but that's it, and then that's another make ready to go. It is again a bit baggy around the bodice area. As I discussed earlier, it's sort of a tricky time for me in terms of fitting things on my upper half, but that's fine. The style of the Nova jumpsuit is quite a loose, relaxed fit, so I think I can get away with it. I'll share that in my September makes video though. So on to some of my favourite things of August. The first favourite I've got is actually a gift that I received, and this gift was from Sam and Taylor, and it's this beautiful, so I've just taken it off, so it's this beautiful watch. Now it's by Olivia Burton, who makes gorgeous watches and jewellery, I think, but it's just really lovely. I love the heavy strap, and then the actual watch itself has got moon and stars and it's just so pretty. I really love it. I tend to wear my Fitbit all the time, so now I wear this lovely watch on one wrist and my Fitbit on the other wrist. I'm double watching, but that's fine. So thank you so much to Sam and Taylor for getting me that beautiful gift. I absolutely adore it. My favourite TV shows of the month have both been Australian TV shows. One of them is MasterChef Australia, which is just awesome. I'm on series 12 at the moment, which is like a best of the best. So it's contestants from previous series that have all come back to compete and try and find like the best runner-up of the previous series. I'm really enjoying it. I love MasterChef anyways. I mentioned in the last video I did with my July favourites, but Australian MasterChef is just sort of times 10 of the British MasterChef. It's just so much bigger and more exciting and I love it. I really love it. So yeah, I'm enjoying that a lot. And then the other programme is a bit of a trashy TV show. It's Married at First Sight Australia, which is where some experts match up couples to then get married, and they meet each other at the aisle. They've never met each other before, and then it sort of follows their journey through the wedding, the honeymoon, and then sort of the weeks after that. And there's some drama. I'm watching series 5, I think it is, which is the series that's showing currently on TV, and there's a lot of drama in this series and I'm really enjoying it. So you've got to have a bit of light-hearted entertainment to watch. I wanted to mention my favourite music of the month. Now I asked Sam first if it was okay to mention this because I felt a little bit funny about it. There's a bit of nepotism going on. But it's genuinely the music that I and Sam as well have listened to the most this month, and it's a CD by Sam's dad. So Sam's dad is a musician. He's in a band called Fairport Convention, and he's also a solo artist, so he releases solo music as well, but he hasn't released any for quite a few years now. Well, when obviously everything went into lockdown with COVID-19, the music industry has been hit particularly hard. I mean, a lot of people have been very badly affected, but the music industry and the arts have been really badly affected because there's just no prospect of those things happening again anytime soon. Obviously gigs, festivals, which happen mainly in the summertime, have just completely been cancelled, and that's their career, that's their income, that's their livelihood, which has just completely gone down the pan. And like I said, there's just no prospect of when that's going to be happening again. So obviously Sam's dad, being a musician, has been at home since March, and he decided that now was the time to start recording some new music. So he worked on a solo album at home. It's a mixture of traditional tunes that he's rearranged and then also some new material that he has written, and it's really fantastic. The album is called Fiddleback. It's completely recorded in his home during lockdown. It's a great selection of tunes and songs, and we've been listening to it a lot. And the reason, other than it being fantastic, but the reason that we like to listen to Sam's dad, Chris, a lot around Taylor is that we live so far away from Sam's parents. It's lovely for Taylor to sort of hear the music that his granddad's playing. Well, he's known as Granddude. So it's just really nice, I think, for Taylor to hear that music a lot. And we talk to him about it. And I want him to grow up hearing his Granddude, even though they live so far away from us. Another thing that's special about the album is there's a tune on there that Chris wrote for us for our wedding. It's called Angels of the North and South, because I'm from the north and Sam's from the south. And he wrote it as a gift for our wedding, and he played it at our wedding. And he's put it onto this album, and he's sort of rearranged it, and it's really fantastic. So I think that's track 10 on the album. So I'm going to link his website down below where you can go over and order the album. Obviously, it would be fantastic if you did. It would be great to show your support, but it's also a fantastic album. We love listening to it, and I would recommend it. I think lots of you will enjoy it. And hopefully at some point soon the music industry and the arts will get back on their feet. I'm not sure when that's going to happen, but hopefully it will happen soon. Live music is a huge part of our lives. We love going to gigs, we love going to festivals, and it's really sad that none of that's happening at the moment. So I'm really, really looking forward to hopefully being able to go to some gigs and festivals next year. Okay, just a couple of more things to mention. A YouTube channel that I've been loving this month is called So What If I Sew. It's a girl called Jess who is a sewist, and she's got a lovely personality. She's really bubbly and fun and enthusiastic, and I love the energy that comes across and the enthusiasm and the love for sewing when she's talking. She does sew-alongs mainly, but she's shared some of her makes from this summer as well. She's also got an Instagram, which is great, and she's got a really good blog. I like the feature that she does every Friday where she reviews an online fabric shop. So she'll place an order for some fabric from a fabric shop, say Sew Me Sunshine, and then she'll write a review about, you know, how she found the experience and the quality of the fabric and things like that. So it's a really good feature that she writes on her blog. So I will link to her YouTube, her Instagram and her blog down below, but please go over and show her some love. I'm sure you'll enjoy what she creates. And the last favourite is a business that I've talked about quite a few times on my channel before, but it's a new feature that they've added to their business. So the Book Taster is the business that I'm talking about. It's a lady called Jenna who has a passion for reading, but also a passion for self-care and creating time for yourself to relax and recuperate and share the love of reading and incorporate those things together. So her business is the Book Taster, which is tasting boxes which you can gift to other people or you can gift to yourself, where it's a box that includes a book and then some other things that you can enjoy while reading your book. So I've treated myself to one of these boxes before, and then last month I talked about the Mama's Me Time box that my mum gifted to me, which was wonderful. But now Jenna's added a new feature to her business, which is the Tasting Notes Book Club. So during lockdown, she wanted to find a way of bringing people together and making connections through reading. So she came up with the idea of an online book club matched with her tasting boxes. So the Tasting Notes Book Club happens monthly. You sign up the previous month, boxes are £30, and then when you receive your box, you get a box of goodies with the book, and obviously everybody in the club gets the same book. And then at the end of the month, there's an online book club meeting held via Zoom, and then also a Q&A with the author. So the author will come on live onto Zoom and answer any questions that the book club members have. And actually the book club members can ask the question themselves of the author. And it's just a really fantastic community event, bringing people together through their love of reading. So last month's Tasting Notes book club book was All the Lonely People by Mike Gale. Now, I've actually been listening to this on audiobook and it's wonderful. I'm almost at the end. I've got about 2 chapters left and I've absolutely loved it. My mum has also read it in the meantime. Now, unfortunately, I didn't attend the book club meeting because I was away that weekend, so I couldn't attend, but I've absolutely loved this book and would highly recommend it anyway. It's really poignant and just fabulous. And apparently Mike Gale was wonderful in the Q&A. I think that a lot of the members fell in love with him a little bit because he was wonderful. So I was a bit sad to miss out on that, but I did love the book and I loved all of the things that came in the box for August. I've then got September's box here, which I thought I would just show you. September is sold out, but you can sign up for October, and October's author is incredible. It's Jessie Burton, who's most well known probably for her novel The Miniaturist, but she's also written The Muse. Her new novel, The Confession, is the October book, and there are still boxes available. There's a limited number, so if you want to sign up, follow the link below and you can sign up for October. But I'll just show you what came in September's box to tempt you. So the theme of September's box was self-care. And this is the box that arrived. Looks absolutely beautiful. Now I'll link to the book taster's Instagram down below because she did an unboxing and she talked through all of the items in the box and why she'd chosen them. So I think that'll be much better for you and more informative if you go and watch that Instagram live, and you'll see why she chose all of these items. I'll show you them, but you'll get a really good explanation from Jenna. And she likes to support lots of different small businesses. So I really love all the things that she's put in this box, and it all works around that self-care theme. So there is some orange slice eye pads that you can put onto your eyes to revitalise them and soothe them. There's some bath salts which smell amazing. These are bergamot, pomegranate and orange blossom from the Secret Salt Society. There's a face mask, a mango flavoured face mask. Now apparently what you do is you get this powder. You don't use it all, so you get multiple masks from this one pot. So you get some of that and you mix it in the pot with some water and a little stirrer, and then that makes your face mask. So I'm really excited to try that. There's then some tea from Bird and Blend. There's a Great British Cuppa flavour, just a standard British tea, and then a rhubarb and custard flavour, which I'm really excited about trying because that's one of my favourite flavour combinations. There's a gorgeous biscuit which says read, relax, repeat, and it's in the like teal minty green colour, which is the Book Taster brand colours. Can't believe I've saved that. I got this box about 4 days ago and I still haven't eaten that because I wanted to show you first. And then you get this beautifully wrapped book which just looks absolutely gorgeous. It's got some lavender from Jenna's garden. It's got this gorgeous label which is specially designed for Jenna. It's got a lovely little card there with a little note from Jenna on the back saying Tamlyn, enjoy your box. And then it's got your invitation on here to this month's book club. So it says, so pleased you are joining us for our Tasting Notes book club this month. The book club aims to encourage creating a little bit of me time each month through reading, whilst also uniting book lovers and creating a community based on a love of books. And then it gives you the date of the online discussion, and you get an email with a Zoom invitation for you to join the meeting. Also in the email you get a couple of discount codes for businesses that feature in the box. That's really great as well. I won't open this up now because it looks so lovely, but the book is called The Heat Wave and I've heard really excellent things about it. It's by an author called Kate Reardon and I'm really looking forward to reading it and getting stuck in to a new book and then joining the meeting at the end of the month to discuss it and also having a Q&A with the author, which is really exciting. I hope you've enjoyed seeing everything that I made and loved this month. Please let me know down below what you've been loving this month and please subscribe if you don't already. I would love you to join me on this channel permanently. Hit the notification bell if you want to know when my next video will be up and please give the video a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're all well and I'll see you again very soon. Happy sewing. Bye. The quality. Gotta get ready for CrossFit now.